I'm actually pretty impressed that we're getting a lot of Cars 3 items this year. From Morgan Martins to some of the Cars 3 Star Cars like Speedy Comet to characters like Jimmy Lugwrentch, a character we haven't seen as a single since 2021. I think this is a huge step up from last year's Cars 3 selection, where the most notable re-releases were Fishtail and High Impact, from the Holocaust that we haven't received since 2017 and 2018. I mean, I know that might sound like, oh, I mean, aren't those better than, a card that was released like only like, what, 5 years ago? And yeah, you'd be right, for Fishtail and High Impact, they were last released in 2018 and 2017 respectively. So they took a little longer to come back, but I feel like, I don't know, this series does have some stronger re-releases, especially with Morgan Martins. Granted, even though it's downscaled, it's still a character that we haven't seen in its classic form since 2017. So, yeah, let's see if Jimmy Lugwrentch is good. Hello everyone, welcome back to another review here on the channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at Jimmy Lugwrentch. So, let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, we have his nice card art, and we also have his name in a different language. So the English translation is Jimmy Lugwrentch, and the translation is Jimmy Lugwrentch. So I think it's very funny that both names are kind of card puns. Now I feel like his artwork is a different model than the diecast, and I believe it's because the diecast actually we use as a Jordan Jackson model, whereas this card art is just a little different. So yeah, great job Mattel, but whatever. As seen in Cars 3, and we have other cars such as Joyce Culvers, Nautical Cruz, Richie Gunzid, Hot Rod Smokey, Barry DePedo, and JD McPillar. Of course, they used the wrong image for JD, but we're just gonna ignore that. So yeah, that about does it for the packaging, and I'll be right back with Jimmy all opened up. Alright, so here's Jimmy out of the package, and I gotta say, he looks amazing. So let's take a quick look where he appeared in Cars 3. Of course, he does appear in the Thomasville flashback scenes in the movie where Smokey is telling McQueen and Cruz about the flip Doc Hudson performed on Leroy Hemming. So that is pretty cool. And as for his releases, like I mentioned, he was released as a single in 2021. Granted, that was a Thailand release. And then he also got a reissue of a 5-pack in like 2023, 2024, around that time. So it's not like we've gone like a significantly amount of time without seeing this character, but this is his first single re-release since that initial 2021 single. And this is a new main China variant. So let's take a look at the diecast itself. So first off, he does have this nice chill expression, an expression that screams, "Hey, I'm friendly. I want to get coffee with you," or some stuff like that. He does have this very nice detailed grill with like black marks to separate the spokes, which is pretty nice. We have this silver trend going across the hood here. We do have his headlights which are painted red, some nice tongue, and this front bumper, which is a separate plastic piece from the main metal body, has these kind of rods to hold it in place, I'm assuming. Of course, we have the black wheels with gray rims. He is number 26, and he has a bunch of interesting sponsors such as Aero, Trucking and Supply, Grand Oil, I think it says Sunset Lake, North Carolina, oil company. So he pretty much supports an oil company, which I think is pretty nice. These places had that. We have the gas cap, I'm assuming. 26 as a small side here. We have Jimmy Lugwrentch, his signature on both sides. So it's kind of cool. Kind of mirrors some of the old races, which are sort of a little bit. The ones I have actually do have signatures. Of course, we have the silver. We have the window with the silver spots here. 26 Grand Oil Company. We have this bumper plate here, and the license plate which reads. Zoom on it a little bit. JD410K. So someone's initials, and I think October 4th. That's somebody's birthday and initials. So it's pretty cool. This side it should be the same as the other side. Of course, you just have the door handles and this little gray spot where someone would walk in if this is an actual car. Here we drive. Pretty good. The details are good. And here is the base. We have Disney Pixar made in China. date stamp, it does say 3465 EAA. It's the 346th day of 2025 at the EAA factory. So yeah, that what does it for Jimmy Lugwrentch here. A pretty nice release, you know. I don't really have that many comics releases, so I'm glad I got him. He's actually pretty nice. And yeah, I don't know why the camera's making him look so like a yellowish white, but in person he's much more of a white, which is pretty good. Now, I do want to do some comparisons here, starting with Louise Nash. This is her hot rod version, because I don't have a normal version at all. And yeah, they are quite similar, especially with like the stripes going across the hoods and the front bumper. But again, Jimmy's is a little different. Louise doesn't have her these like guard things holding it up. I think Louise is also, yeah, Jimmy's a little shorter than Louise. I think Louise is a little longer. Similar windows. So some little bumper stuff as well. First lady, that's her license plate. So yeah, they're not the exact same model. Like I mentioned, Louise is a little longer, but they're quite similar. Quite similar indeed. But yeah, he's pretty much the same model as Jordan Jackson, who I do not have, but as we picked, we're the same. Just want to show them next to Doc, even though they have no correlation. I don't know, being somewhat similar. Let me look at the nose. Because this is the track family, so it's a horn. You see, Doc has his signature on both sides here. Louise didn't have it. But here is another 1950s bass that I have, the Cone Rod, also released in 2021. A kind of underrated release. I really like this metallic blue they did on him. Pretty cool. Yeah, Dewey Conroy, he does have a signature on both sides here. And the same color pretty much. I don't know why my hands are shaking. I guess Jimmy's that cool of a car. Yeah, what I might seeing a re-release of him, because we have seen a re-release of Clovis Rider, another 2021 1950s racer. Yeah, he also has his signature on the side. He's number 41, and it's all in black. I donated Jordan Jackson last year, and Slim Hood, actually, yeah, Slim Hood and Jordan Jackson, they both of those were last year, but I was not able to get them, unfortunately. So, yeah, Jimmy is a nice one to have, though, in the collection. Oh, yeah, by the way, he is out in 2026 in this case E alongside Morgan Martins and Ray Revenham, so if you want him, now's your chance. He's pretty abundant in my area. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming content. See you all next time. Until then, this is Joe QuickTire signing out.